Hello, welcome. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We are taking a look at a specific reading today. I don't really have a pre-planned subject. We're just going to see what comes out here, okay? I hope you guys are well. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. And like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not. Make sure you hit the bell if you find yourself subscribing. Let's see, just to let you know, this is a general read. And so if you're looking for something a little bit more personal, here's my email, LettiSpeak, singular, LettiSpeak @gmail.com. Okay. If you just want to say hello, go ahead and shoot me an email, shoot me a message. I'll talk back. Okay. Also, you'll find down in my description a calendar. Feel free to schedule a personal reading if you're looking for one. So let's take a look at the energy coming out today. I hope you guys are well. So let's take a look as we're heading into the weekend. What is Spirit saying to us? First of all, I have laid out my spread in advance just so that we can utilize the time more wisely. It just seems to work better that way. And so I will be using a couple of different decks. I have the Dream Oracle. This is from Kelly Sullivan Walden. And the art is from an artist called Rasuli, I believe is the name. Rasuli, right? That's different. Very beautiful energy. I'm loving it. This is for the awakened dreamer. Illustrated for all of you dreamers out there. And then also the tarot deck is the Tarot of Oppositions. We'll be using this as well as a reference, just to make sure that I stay true to the integrity of these decks, right? I do have the books handy, just in case I need to refer to anything, right? So let's get started. I'm excited. So my first pull, the first two cards, I have School and I have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is what you possess right now. And the School, or the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the School, is actually talking about you having an advantage of some kind with this School here. And then the Wheel of Fortune. This talks about being tested, possibly going through lessons. Examine your belief about being tested, going through lessons, going through things in life right now, but not, I feel like it's something that you're very aware of. You may even have been given a cheat code of some kind or been given the answers to a test, right? There's some advantage that you have here that you have. And this is all about you having the support during this time in life. If you are being tested, I feel like these tests probably are not taking you by surprise. Like you can see them coming. You have some message probably coming through to warn you of what's coming. You have a lot of support on your side right now. And this could even be the energy even, right? This is almost like karma. When we talk about the Wheel of Fortune, we're talking about karma as well. And so this has a lot to do for some of you and will have a lot to do. I'm speaking present terms and future term as well. It has a lot to do with what you decide to do, because karma is all about action and reaction. And so this has something to do with how you decide or what choice you make. That's what's actually coming back, right? So even speaking now, I feel like the good position that you're in says a lot about some of the decisions you've made in the past that you're able to reap from right now, because you're in a beneficial position. It also speaks to the decisions that you will make in the future that will also dictate what comes towards you. So that may be something to think about. Yeah. And so school, there seems to be like something that you're learning. You may even be like an avid learner, someone who is very studied, well learned, um, you know, constantly upgrading what it is that you're doing. As soon as you learn one thing, you're on to the next thing to upgrade again, to level up. Um, this speaks of someone who is very highly educated, like have a high level of education, possibly, or learning ability, a voracious appetite for knowledge and for experience, right? When it comes to life, when it comes to growing, when it comes to things that will help you reach your full potential. But this moment could speak about something that's testing you. But even in that, the Wheel of Fortune says that you are in a very fortunate position because you are divinely supported. And it's almost like the powers that be wants you to win. And so they may have slipped you information or slipped you like answers to the test, like you have support here. Yeah, this could also speak of just being in a very interesting learning phase where you are taking a look at like the decisions you've made and the results of those decisions, whether they were good or bad. This is all about learning from the decisions that you've made and allowing that to be a tool of wisdom as well. So that's what you have right now. A lot of support and almost like a manual for life right now that's guiding you where you are, that's helping you to pass the test that you're being confronted with right now in life, whatever that could be for you. And you have this divine, I'm going to call it a divine advantage, is what I'm going to call it. Okay. You have a divine advantage right now. What you need is the key. And along with the key is the emperor. Now, the key actually points to, it says, seek no further. Your aha moment is here. Like there's an answer. There's a resolution, a solution to where you are right now. This could be any problem that you could be having right now. This could be any answers that you're looking for right now. And it could point to someone specific. Here we have the emperor. So this person, I feel like this is possibly an emperor, could hold the key to what you need right now. Or they may hold the key in the form of answers, right? The key could be very significant in meaning they could hold answers that you need. This person, this individual, questions that you are seeking answers for, or solutions to challenges or problems that you're experiencing or that you will experience here. This could also be someone who holds resources that you need. And those resources could be financial, they could be spiritual as well. But it's something that you could possibly need here right now. This person is key to you advancing forward or to you finding what it is that you're desiring right now. But also there's something here about you understanding too with the key that in this aha moment, there's like this divine flash of insight and inspiration that's taking place. Not only is this person a key to what it is that you need right now, I think Spirit also wants you to understand that you are what you're looking for as well. I don't know if this person is going to serve or is serving kind of like a guide of some sort that's ushering you further into some clarity or truth. But there's also with the key, the energy of you understanding that you are what you seek. Or maybe it's letting you know that you have to align in some type of way with what it is that you're seeking, okay? Mm-hmm. And once that happens, once you align, it's almost like the key. Something's going to unlock. Something's going to open up to you and be made available. This may be talking about an aha moment. There's this enlightenment that happens. This may be a moment where things will all of a sudden become clear for some of you. This may be you opening up to allowing the universe, allowing for God to actually have its way with you, right? It's going to unlock something. And whatever that is represents solution, however that comes across, whether it's information, whether it's resources, whether it's enlightenment, whether it is practical things, right? Materials, resources. This key is the solution. And it could be someone specific, like an emperor. Now, the emperor is usually someone who is idea. It is an ideal leader, someone who is very responsible and very connected to the people. The emperor is definitely a leader, someone who is like kind of oversees others, someone who has been placed in a position to be a part of a leading force, possibly for a group or an energy. And so there's something here about someone that may possibly be some type of key with what it is that you're needing right now, okay? Answers, knowledge, inspiration, wisdom, whatever that is, resources even, whatever that is, direction, right? This person plays a significant role here with this. Where you are right now, Spirit is saying that the people that are actually sent to help you, the Five of Wands and family, are those that, and somehow maybe close to you, somehow in some type of way, these are people that may be aligned with familial bonds. Doesn't mean that they're like blood. You know, it could be those that are connected to you in some type of way. But there seems to be like also some sense of enmity too, like some source of confliction here with the Five of Wands. It almost feels like the people that have been sent to assist you, there's some type of contradiction with how you're seeing them. There's some conflict with how you're seeing them or how you're relating. I don't know if that conflict is around competition, the Five of Wands, competition in some type of way. I don't know. But there's something about the people, the very people that have been sent to help are the people that are pitted against you or you're pitted against them. There's some conflict here. I want to get some more energy on this one. And so why is the Five of Wands here with the people that have been sent to help my viewer here? What is this conflict here? Why is the Five of Wands, clarifying this energy that's supposed to be helping here? Okay, we have the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So immediately I see swords, right? Swords immediately tells me that it's something, it's air energy. So it's something going through the mind or something, the way you're seeing something. The Eight of Swords came in on the shadow side, and the Knight of Swords came in on the light side, saying that there's someone that could possibly be like a prisoner of their own mind. And the need to understand like where the conflict is arising from, where the pain is arising from. It may not, I get the feel like it may not be arising from where you think it's arising from. This pain may be arising from within you. It could even be like unhealed energy that's rising here. And there's a need to actually make decisions, not decisions that's going to cultivate or cater to this energy that keeps you stuck in your mind, painful thoughts or fearful thoughts, but make decisions that's going to force you to grow, to step outside of that and actually grow. Now, the Knight of Wands on the light side is saying something about your aspirations, your ventures. As you can see, he's, in red. For me, red always represents a level of passion, a passion for something. And here, this is passion for what you're doing, your ventures, your things and intentions you've set in life right now has you really fired up and on the go. The only thing about this is that sometimes it tends to be a little bit too forceful, a little bit too forceful, or there's some excess in power possibly here that's being used. Too much, a little bit too much enthusiasm or dynamism. You may feel like it's needed, but there's something about just doing a little bit too much. And because it's excessive, the force that's needed could lead to spaces where you may not want to intentionally go, basically. And to make sure that you are using your skills for good. Something about that here. And so this Five of Swords that's conflictual here with those that possibly Spirit is saying is supposed to be helping could have a lot to do with unhealed emotions that are rising from within and an excessive drive, right? That is causing this conflict. But why would that be causing conflict, though? I can see why the pain and the being stuck in the mind would cause conflict, but the drive to be successful, I could see how that could possibly be an issue too. Just kind of having your mind set on, what it is that you want, maybe disregarding other people's feelings or desires, something like that. But there's some conflict here. I feel like with the people that were sent to help you for some reason, there may be some healing needed on your part. It may be some healing needed on their end before that collaboration can happen. Now, when we look at what it is that Spirit is guiding us to do, what is Spirit guiding us to do? We have email here and strength on the light side. Now, email is talking about communication, sending out messaging, right? And so when we look at these two cards together, Spirit is telling us this is what actually needs to happen if we are going to be successful with the energy that we just saw. Like, there's an abundance of intelligence here, I feel like, and opportunity and support right now in life, right? There's some things that are happening, very critical moments, as I feel like with the school and the Wheel of Fortune, like some tests that are happening right now for you. But Spirit really wants you to win. So much so that Spirit is actually giving you, it's like Spirit has slipped you a cheat sheet, But now at the same time, I feel like there are people that are set up to help you, to lead you through this valley. One person in particular showed up was the Emperor. It was the Emperor. And this person, whoever it is key. I feel like it's key to your success here. It's key to your process. The other part was this group of people that's working for you, that's sent here to help you. So what is needed is, the key, which is the Emperor, whoever that is. This is needed. And then what has been sent to help you is this group of people that shows up in the form of some type of family structure or familial energy. Doesn't necessarily mean it's blood, right? This could be people that align with you energetically and spiritually and mentally. But there seems to be some things to work out there. Now, what Spirit is telling you or asking you to do is to take some kind of concrete step to actually benefit from the information that we just discussed here with these three things: school, key, and family. To take some type of action that's going to increase the power or benefit of these energies. And email came out again, along with strength, right? And so when we look at email, this is talking about being mindful of the communication. Basically, the bottom of this card says, be mindful of the messages that you send, right? And so we're talking about communication and being able to not only communicate, but also sending out messaging that is going to spell out what it is that you desire. And the need to really be careful, right? And I'm imagining sending an email, right? First of all, it's understanding when you send an email, guess what? That may be something that goes down in the history books. You never know what's going to happen with that email. And so first of all, you want to be professional, and discreet if you're mindful of coming across a certain way, right? And so taking the time and the care to understand what it is that you're communicating in that email is going to be essential, not only for your success, but for your reputation, right? For history, even. And so this gives credence to the communication that's pouring out. And Spirit is saying there's something here about choosing your words wisely and choosing words that you are intentional, words that are going to represent not only who you are, but what it is that you want, what you're trying to accomplish here, what your heart truly desires. Be mindful. Try to communicate clearly and carefully to express what it is that you want to say to a T is what I'm hearing. Being very quipped, being very even intellectual, succinct, very eloquent, right? There's something here about communicating on a high level and intentionally, giving a lot of thought to it. And also I'm hearing there's something here too, that email, and I'm just speaking, symbolically. Before you even send that email, your energy's felt. Before you even go to reach out to that person in the physical realm, you've already reached out to them in the spirit realm. They already feel you coming. There is some telepathic communication that's happening here. That's part of this communication that you are relaying. Spirit is saying, be careful, be very careful of what communication you're sending out, and make sure that you are intentional of what you're sending out, and make sure it's aligning with what you desire. Even telepathically, for someone I'm talking to, before you even hit the send button, they already have received your message. They already received it. Now, when it comes to this strength that's along here, I think this really points to the level of integrity, right? That one has as a result of experience. In this picture here, she is actually entertaining a lion. Right? Since when do you see a young girl entertaining a lion? There has to be some rapport that was built here with this lion, because last I heard, the lion was wild and actually was I don't want to say enemy, but it's actually something to be feared, right? But here, she's not fearful at all. Matter of fact, she has her hands in the lion's mouth. So there's some rapport, there's some experience, there's some wisdom, some mastery that she has gained under her belt. And it speaks to the character. It speaks to the integrity and the rapport that she has built with this nature creature, with this energy that at some point represents danger for the average person. So she's not average, first of all. And secondly, the strength talks about not feeling like you have to be overly powerful, not by might, right? But it's by your energy, by your spirit, that you win over the most complex situations, right? There's something deep inside that she holds that's more powerful than the external strength, right? There's an inner strength here that she holds that gives her this level of influence with nature, even, and untamed nature at that, right? So there's something to be said about this strength card, and it's in correlation with communication. It says that there is a way that we can communicate that actually demonstrates courage and virtue, that actually allows us to be a little bit vulnerable, and not feel like we have to run and shield and protect ourselves. But there's something here where we have, or we can cultivate not only relationships, but atmospheres that represent that. It represents an ability to be open and be true and be courageous and vulnerable, and to be able to trust our own intentions when it comes to doing what's right and doing what's good. And because we trust ourselves, we eventually gain the trust of the environment around us, the trust of others. It's having a high level of integrity as it pertains to communication. Balanced. Without pride, having good intentions for others, right? It's that kind of energy that the strength brings. Almost like a purity too. What we don't many times realize is that animals can sense when there's a lack of purity. Animals are really tapped into their innate sense, right? We've been taught not to tap into ours, but they've never been taught that. All they know is the natural primal instinct, and they trust it, right? And so what does that say about her? If he's allowing her to do what she's doing, right? There is a level of trust there, purity, simplicity. There's nothing, that the lion feels like she's hiding. Like everything is out on the table. There's vulnerability, there's openness, there's trust, and she's demonstrating that. And so there's something here about the way that communication, Spirit is saying, this is what's needed. This is what you need to do when it comes to your communication, right? And success will come if you do that. If you know how to express the right amount of, energy and power, not overdoing either one when it comes to like communication, not being fake and false when it comes to your modesty, right? Just being yourself, basically. Being honest, communicating what it is that you desire. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And just pray that you are moving in good intentions, right? And if not, there's always room for error to make it better. This is a testing time in life, right? That may be one of the things that you are learning and being tested around. We have the Page of Pentacles and house or home. Now, when it comes to these energies, there are things that your magical self thinks is a good idea. That let me rephrase that. There are things that your non-magical self thinks is a good idea. That your magical self knows better. Okay. And it has everything to do with this home, house, and the Page of Pentacles. And home house says to come home to the residence of your soul resonance. Come home to self. Come home to self. Now, the Page of Pentacles on the bright side is, first of all, it's a page, and we know pages carry young energy, inexperienced energy, many times with a lot of fervor, a lot of excitement, but not a lot of direction, not a lot of discipline, not a lot of wisdom, right? And so there are some things that your non-magical self may think that's a good idea with this Page of Pentacles energy, but that your magical self knows it's not such a good idea, right? And it has something to do with, I think your true magical self wants you to understand this is not the time to go out half caught just doing some stuff because it sounds good, right? We're looking for, there's something here about stability. When we talk about coming home to self, we're talking about, it says, come home to the residence of your soul resonance. It's like coming back home to your authenticity. Like you don't have to pretend to be anybody other than who you are, right? Imagine how it feels after being at work for 12 hours a day, a place where you're surrounded with all these different energies, all these different attitudes and isms and schisms, and you finally get home, just you, right? You get to unwind, take off your shoes. Some of us, we know the first thing we take off is that thing that makes us feel the most restrictive. For women, it could be, your brassiere. It's like, okay, I can breathe now. For somebody, it could be your socks that make you feel suffocating. For somebody, it could be just slipping out of your clothes and putting on some PJs, right? But when you get home, you get comfortable. And you take off everything that was possibly causing you to perform, maybe, or possibly causing you not to be able to just relax and just be yourself, right? When you get home, you're just yourself, right? And there's no one else that you need to be because you're home, you're safe. This is your place, your environment. It's almost like that energy. And so there could be things that seem like a good idea that you may be going after. I don't know if these things are aligned because this home talks about coming home to self, back to your authenticity, back to your place of comfort, back to the place where you don't have to put on anything that you don't want to, right? You can just be. You can just be your true, authentic self, okay? And so there's something here about you going out and possibly doing things. I don't know if it's I wouldn't say for the wrong reason, but it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It almost feels like just running in circles for nothing when all you have to do is just come on home to self and relax. That's going to get you more than doing all that extra. There's something about just sitting and relaxing and being in the authentic space that's going to be more effective than doing 10 times as much, but not being aligned with your true self. Yeah. Yeah, your true identity. This is something about your true identity here. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, as I said, it really does feel like overdoing to me. It feels like overdoing to me. But I'm going to go to the book because I don't want to lose the intention of the creators of the tarot here. So the Page of Pentacles is coming out on the shadows, on the light side. It says, dreams are coming true. Enthusiasm is great, and the energy you possess is abundant. So do, plan, start, whatever intuition suggests or what you were asked to finish long ago. Then it says, don't launch into every crazy journey or actions, but go ahead and aspire to greatness. So there's something there about just not going on a spree, not going on an undirected spree, right? It feels like there are good things happening right now. Many things may sound good, but your higher self knows. And so this is a time to plan, to do, to be led by your intuition, right? By your true nature. And anything that doesn't align with that, even though it sounds good, no, we're not doing it because we're staying close to the base. We're staying close to home. That's where success is. That's where all the provision is, right? I don't know if this is someone who has struggled with being in their authentic energy, someone who has struggled with trying to fit in and trying to do so that they're accepted, right? Trying to overdo or overextend or prove, it feels like that kind of energy. But the only thing that spirit is asking, the only thing that your higher self, the only thing that your magical self wants you to do is just be. That's where your magic lies. That's your true magic, is in being yourself. And you know why? Because I don't care how much blood you have in common with somebody, nobody is you. You can take twins that carry the same blood, some of the same traits and DNA, right? But there's still a difference. Because when we get down to the very intent of the soul, those two individuals that grew together in the womb, there's a separation. There's a difference. That's where your power is. That's where your magic lies. And so anything that your non-magical self is trying to convince you to do, right? It may be even jumping into old patterns, right? When things get rough or tempting, right? We may be tempted to jump back into those old cycles. We're not doing that no more, right? We're not going to take it anymore. There's a better way, a more powerful way. Now, if we follow all of the guidance here that Spirit has given, we have the Three of Pentacles coming out here with the bathroom, right? With the bathroom. What do you mean? Well, the bathroom is where you discard a lot of stuff. Like at the end of the day, for somebody, I feel like this is going to be like a Number one, it's going to be like a test. But when it's all said and done, it's going to be like a shedding of all this dead weight, all this emotional gook that's no longer needed, right? What do you do in the bathroom? You discard, waste, stuff that, is no longer needed, that would only just cause more issues, backup, congestion, right? We got to flush it out. That's funny, but it's true. I see that. And so bathroom says, flush away all that no longer serves you. Because there's something that Spirit has for you to do. With the Three of Pentacles, this is about possible collaboration. It's about being able to come together with people and create amazing things, not to mention the energy. When you bring just magical people together, you get more magic, And so the Three of Pentacles is like, this is what you are striving for. This is what awaits you, right? On the other side of this process here that Spirit is taking us through. This is all about discarding anything that's no longer needed. All the waste must go because we have things to do. I don't mean to be disgusting, but you ever just had a nice little session, like maybe 20, 30 minutes of just letting everything that needs to go. Maybe you were on vacation, right? And on vacation, sometimes our systems realize that we're not at home, and so it gets a little stuck. Things that usually just pass through is a little scared, and it's like holding on for dear life. You may not even go to the bathroom, really go to the bathroom for like maybe a week, depending on how far you've been away from home. And as soon as you get home, it's like, ooh, it's like the cleansing that happens. And you come out and you're like, oh, there's nothing like releasing the tension, right, of the body. There's nothing more enjoyable or satisfying like that. It's like, okay, I can breathe now. I can relax. Like my body can literally just woosah. Now what we gonna do? Now I can focus. Now we can move forward. Now that we're clear, right? And so it's that kind of energy here. There's some stuff that needs to be just let go. Yeah, this may be even a time that you need to get alone so that you can do the release. Don't feel bad. Take all the time you need. Go and handle your business. That's what Spirit is saying with the bathroom here. Because when you're done, now we can get to the good stuff. Now we can get to work, right? Now we can get to work. And so there's possibly a release that's scheduled here, that's coming, that has a divine appointment with you, a release that's going to happen, that's going to help you just to flush some stuff. Maybe there's going to be like a cleansing, what do they call that when you just eat nothing but like water and fruit? You get like a detox. I feel like it's going to be like a spiritual or an emotional detox that's going to happen, that's going to position you to be your very best self, right? To go ahead and move to where it is that you need to be. Because as it stands right now, there's something that's blocking the movement. This is almost like the same energy. But once that block is removed or that process happens, then we can get down to business, okay? And so that's what I have. Let me see, is there anything else? Any other advice or suggestions that we have here? I was a little intrigued, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm going to backtrack back to the Emperor because I want to know who this Emperor is, right? So who is this Emperor spirit? We want to be nosy. Who is this Emperor that is actually the key that has what my viewer needs here? Who is this Emperor? Who is this Emperor spirit? Let's see. Who's the Emperor who is actually the key for my viewer? I probably should have did this when I stopped to kind of give insight on this energy, but that's okay, right? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands on the shadow side. Okay. We have the Three of Wands on the shadow side. And the Two of Wands on the shadow side. Okay. So I feel like this could be someone who, I don't know if they work within the shadows, if it's someone who works with darkness, maybe. Let's take a look. So all wands, okay? This could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. The Emperor is in Aries. So it could be fire energy. Let me see. So the Knight of Wands on the shadow side. This is someone who has possibly has learned, right? Before many people. Maybe they've learned lessons before the world. Everybody got to see their process. With the Knight of Wands, this is someone who has had some dealings and some failures before people, and who's learned some very valuable lessons, but come to a place where they are respected. And now they sit in a position of valor in some type of way because of what they've gone through and some lessons that they've learned. This is somebody who has actually earned the place where they sit right now. With the Three of Wands on the shadow side. Yeah, this is someone who is very self-aware, because the Three of Wands on the shadow side talks about becoming aware of what could be happening internally that's keeping you from moving forward the way that you want to. It's someone who is very self-aware, who is aware of possible shadow attributes that may get in the way and hinder progress. This could be someone who is able to easily tap in and see that in others because of their experience. And who use their experience very well to overcome current situations. This is someone who has learned very well through their lessons and who has in many ways mastered those lessons, so much so that they're not only able to see them in themselves, but even to see them in others. They're able to identify those things in others. Now with the Two of Wands on the shadow side, this is also talking about difficulties. and not settling, not expecting people to just give you things. This is someone who has had to work. I feel like work hand and foot for what they have. Nobody has given this person anything. This is someone who has made their own way from the bottom, possibly to the top, if they're on the top. And it's been a very treacherous way up. By no means was it easy, or by no means was any of this given to them. They had to get every inch of it on their own. And this could possibly be someone who has also kind of learned lessons as they went along. And they didn't have the luxury of holding grudges. This is somebody who possibly just kept things as light as possible so that they can keep moving forward. This is probably someone who is very detached from situations so that they could continue to move forward. And so whoever this is someone who's very, very balanced, who possibly stands in a position of respect because of their experience. Feels like it could be a fire sign or just carry a lot of fire energy. This could talk about someone who's very passionate and driven as well. Pretty much unstoppable, right? And so speaking of this emperor energy, right? You don't just arrive at that position by doing a couple of good deeds. This is somebody who has really, the emperor is actually all of the kings, the king of cups, the king of swords, the king of pentacles, and the king of wands, right? And so this is somebody who has actually mastered. This is somebody of great mastery. So whoever this is that's showing up as the key to your process, like this is who this person is. Maybe you already know who I'm talking about. That's what I'm getting here. Anywho, that's what I have, and that's what came out. Thank you guys for sitting and listening and enjoying coming in and sharing the energy. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know how it's working out, what part of this process you're in. Let me know, if it resonates at all. Like, share, comment, subscribe, right? And so I feel like this is all about you reaching a place where you could actually get to work. There's something that you've been given to do with this Three of Pentacles, something that you've been called to do. Whatever that is, ain't nobody gonna do it but you. This is your calling. Spirit is talking about where you are and kind of like the process as you're moving through the pieces to get where you're going. And so thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to read for you. And I'm always just really excited to find out what's coming out. It's pretty interesting stuff. And so, again, if it resonates, let me know. It is a general reading, so it could resonate 100% with one person and not resonate with everybody. On the other end, it could resonate with many different people, right? And not for a couple. But if it did, let me know. Let me know how this resonates for you. If it was you, let me know how that's working. If it didn't resonate and you do want a personal read, again, you can hit me up at lettispeak@gmail.com. Okay, I love to speak with you. Even if you just have general questions, right? I love to speak with you. And so please do hit me up. Let me know how you're doing, what you're going through, what I can, what I can do for you. I'd love to. If you don't hit me up in my email and you just want to go straight and schedule, my calendar is down in the calendar section. Just let me know, okay? It was a pleasure talking with you. Wow. Have a great evening. Until next time, I will see you. Blood Moon Oracle here. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Bye.